Good morning, Bruce here. This is December 21st, 2024. I am about 2 hours south of Lambeau, and thought I would just do this. I don't know, just for fun, I guess. It's my own way of doing I don't know, a very amateur guitar player, showing you my rigging, if you will. First thing, I'll pull out my acoustic guitar here. And if I hold it a little closer, you see there's an autograph on there. That's JoeBonamassa. Pretty nice. The guitar is a Norma, and I got this used from my son, about 10, 12 years ago. And I just basically know it's every good boy does fine, goodbye Eddie. Or not every good boy does fine. Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie, for the letters of the strings. So I've kind of learned all that stuff. And so the backstory on the guitar, though, is how the autograph got there. And just so you can see, here's a picture of, let's see if I can hold that right, me and Joe standing next to each other, me with the same guitar autographed. So 2016, I get a call from my good friend, Bruce, also a Bruce, and saying, you want to go to a JoeBonamassa concert? And I really didn't know who the guy was at the time. And I said, sure, I like the blues. And he was a blues player, Bruce said, so that's great. So we got on, we had great seats, went up with another friend, Pete, who's also in a band and plays really good lead guitar. And so we were going to go down to that thing. And then in the meantime, Pete gets subscribes to Guitar World or whatever. And in that, it talks about Joe Bonamassa and that he uses an Echoplex, a piece of equipment, but his is old and broken and it doesn't work anymore, and he really misses it. So Pete is sharing this with Bruce. And so what Bruce does is he tracks down Joe Bonamassa's manager and says, hey, I got a buddy, my buddy Pete's got an Echoplex that he's willing to give to Joe. And the manager says, oh, well, I'm sure Joe would appreciate that. What do you want? And Bruce says, well, how about a meet and greet? And the manager says, sure, and gets back to us, and we do a meet and greet. And we're actually the last group that meets with Joe. Got a group picture, got individual picture, and then Joe was going to sign this on the neck for me. He said he usually doesn't sign, not his guitars, but he's going to do that. And I said, well, if you can put it on the body, that's going to be good. I said, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not going to sell it. And then I asked him, I said, could you just play a couple notes? And so he took the guitar and he played a couple notes on it. So it's an actual played, Joe Bonamassa played guitar. So that's kind of fun. And then, so that was 2016. So, and I played because my granddaughter then was taking lessons. I started playing, they told her to play at 15 minutes a day. I started playing probably 15 to 20, maybe 30 minutes a day, and was playing pretty regular, being on and off and on and off and blah, blah, blah. And then last year, got together with Bruce and his wife, my wife, and the four of us get together for fish fry fairly frequent. And we're sitting outside at the fish fry and just having a little bit of a yak before we eat, having a few drinks. And Bruce gets up and leaves, no big deal. We're talking, and he's walking back, and I see he's got stuff in both hands. And he comes up, and I say, well, I know, I can see that's a guitar case. And he says, happy birthday. And he presents me with a Fender Squire Strat. And get the light on this thing because it's just a beautiful guitar. Did that, and the other thing that he had with it was let's see if I can turn this down here. That is a 15 watt line 6 amp that he got as a gift from Pete, the other guy that went to Joe Bonamassa with us. So he regifted Pete's gift because Bruce got another amp from another thing that he did with another guitar. So that's how I got my rigging, and that's about it for now. I would plan to actually show you what I do with the guitars, which is not a lot. Chords are hard for 72-year-old fingers to do, so I do a lot of songs that I can find that are repetitive, like Day Tripper. It's the same notes, Sunshiny Your Love. So I look for things like that to do and play. And I will do another video, and I'll play you some of my I'll play you some of my set list. So that's it for now. And let's see. The one thing I do like about the Strat is when I turn this thing on, I can adjust the volume. Get that up a little bit. It's got all kinds of nice settings on it, and I guess I prefer playing with a pick. But I can go, there's choices on this thing. You can go right to, this is crazy. And then you can set the, I should turn this down here. You can also, whoops. This button, yeah, you can't see it in the camera. Well, I'll talk about that another time. A lot of nice and different sounds that you can do. And I actually got some sheet music from getting the manual for this thing that does, I'm able to do Iron Man, and it shows me the settings to do on the line 6 amp. So that's been kind of fun to do. But that's going to be it for now.